Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine McCoy and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you for clicking in to drop by, but if you're a returner, it is always nice to have you back. This video, I am talking about going to the AKA Kentucky Founders Day. So, Alpha Kappa Alpha, Founders Day, January 15th, but we celebrate it from January through March. And in Central Region, the state of Kentucky has all of its chapters get together for a Kentucky-wide Founders Day celebration. So yes, we do go to other places than just Michigan, because I know my mom and I spend a lot of time in Detroit, Michigan, or any one of the other cities in Michigan, but we do go other places. And this is definitely a special place for my mom and I, because we used to live in Kentucky. We lived there for 5 years, and I have a lot of connections down there, especially when I went, I was seeing everyone, remembering like, oh, I remember you from Jack and Jill. Oh, I remember you from being in my mom's AKA chapter. And also, Lambda Omega was the host of the Kentucky AKA Founders Day. So that is another connection, because when we lived there, my mom was one of the chapter presidents. So being able to go back, that was very special for her, because those are the women that she has had a part in leading. And that's a part of her leadership journey, because now she is the International Nominating Committee representative for the Great Lakes region. And then we also had a very special person come with us on our trip down to Kentucky. We had Charlene Truitt-Nelson, one of the former regional directors of the Great Lakes region. We swooped by, picked her up, and took her with us. And she also has a lot of connections to Kentucky as well. So the attire was black and pearls. So I've got this beautiful black dress on, my pearls, a pearl bracelet, and then this cute little ring from King's Greek. Yes, this beautiful little ring from King's Greek. And ooh, I liked my purse. So my purse, you all have seen it before. My purse is from Pearl Connection, the one that I took today. And usually I have it with the solid black strap, but today, because it was black and pearls, I switched it out for the black with pearl accents. So Pearl Connection, absolutely loved it. Got a lot of nice compliments on it. And inside I had wallet, mask, tissues, hand sanitizer, very important. There's the hand sanitizer, hand lotion, and then, you know, lippy stuff. So that was everything that we had going down to Lambda Omega, Louisville, Kentucky. And then also, I know you all are wondering, like, oh my God, they're going to Kentucky. Obviously, they're going to see Jayla. Unfortunately, no. Jayla was being a good student. She's studying for an exam, so she told us that she had to do that. That was her priority. Unfortunately, she was not able to come, but we completely understand. Driving through the streets of Louisville, I was looking out the window going, oh my God, this is my old city. This is the place where I really thought that I was going to graduate as a North Oldham Mustang. And it just felt good being able to see everything that was so instrumental to those developing years of my life. I was able to see the Science Center, the Louisville Slugger Field, and then just all of the horses that decorate the city of Louisville and really, in general, the state of Louisville. Beautiful painted horses standing 6 or 7 feet tall, and they're all just dotted in front of these really big stately buildings. So that was good. We get in, there's registration going on. There is people shopping at the vendors. So we go in, we're looking around, and my mom and I, we got a couple of things. We got ourselves some new shower caps, and this one is black, so you know I love it. And we also got 2 kind of like twinny matchy type clutches. So one of them is pink with green lettering, the other is green with pink lettering. I don't have that on me right now because that's downstairs, but I will put pictures of that up here. And then we went into the holding room for all of the very special guests, the VSGs. Oh, also in the vendor section, I was just walking, minding my own business, doing my thing, browsing, and I had some people stop me. I was not able to get their names, but I had some subscribers stop me and tell me that they watch my videos. I took a picture with them. If I knew your names, I would shout you out like explicitly, but I don't. So to those members that I saw who are subscribers that I saw in the vendors area, thank you very much for stopping me. I loved taking that picture with you, and just knowing that you all are following my journey is very heartwarming. The next thing that we did after leaving the vendors was we went to the holding area. Inside, they had these awesome cake pops that were decorated to look like flowers. So good. There was a strawberry one, that was my personal favorite, a chocolate one, and a vanilla one. And they were by Candees, so Candees. So
yeah, you know this is something for y'all. Yeah, make it look
Now moving on to the program. So as I said, we were in the waiting room. We processed in after the dais to sit at the VSG tables. And because my mom, myself, Charlene Truitt-Nelson, we're all international or former directorate members, we were able to sit with other VSGs, and the VSGs that we were sitting with were the other presidents of chapters within Kentucky. So that was very nice. And we have our program here. So, Founders Day celebration, 115 years, 2023, ready to soar, soaring to greater heights of service and sisterhood. And this was a public event, so we did have a lot of Divine Nine representation out there. But the first thing that we had was Marsha Thornton Jr., the president of Pi Lambda Omega Chapter, and the immediate past president of Pi Lambda Omega Chapter, Lisa Stringer. They came up, they gave a welcome to everyone that was in attendance. The next thing that we had was some very important greetings. So we had greetings from the mayor of Louisville, and he is Craig Greenberg. And what he did is he came up, he presented us with a proclamation. The next thing that we had was a designee from the governor's office, the governor being Andy Beshear. And what he did, he brought in this beautiful, beautiful framed plaque, and his thing was talking about and essentially bestowing the position, the name, the title, the status of colonel to the Central Regional Director. And I completely forgot to mention, but yes, the Central Regional Director was there. She was the speaker of the event. So she was presented with the title of colonel. It's kind of like being knighted or being named as a lord in London, that kind of thing. Obviously not to the same level as that, but that's what it feels like to be named a colonel. So she's up there, she's feeling herself, and she goes, I need to send this to my governor. They're really lacking up there. So that was funny. People were laughing. And then we also had greetings from one of the representatives of Louisville, Kentucky come and give greetings as well.
To over 355,000 initiated, college-educated women in 12 countries. It is our prayer that you leave today knowing just a little bit more about who we are and our service to all mankind. We hope that you are inspired and motivated to join us in our service to all mankind. Thank you. Enjoy.
You gotta give me some room because this thing's big. So the Commonwealth of Kentucky, Andy Beshear, Governor, to all to whom these presents shall come, greetings. Know ye that the Honorable Kiana Davis is commissioned, wait a minute, let me get this straight, Finance and Operations, Leadership Guru, author, community activist, speaker, philanthropist, and a Kingdom Kid, and now a Kentucky Colonel.
The next big thing to happen was the presentation of some gifts, and those gifts were given out by Antoinette Davis Jones, but I call her Tony Davis Jones because she's essentially like an auntie to me. And for those of you that didn't know, that is where my mom's middle name's namesake comes from. My mom was named Rochelle Antoinette Davis. Antoinette is Tony Davis Jones, so they are very intimately connected through that. And she gets up, she's talking about how she's going to present these gifts, and she presents a gift to Charlene Truitt-Nelson first as a former regional director of Great Lakes Region. So she gets up there, she accepts. She calls me up to receive a gift as well, and I have my gift that I'll open. Unfortunately, I was not able to get any video of that because, you know, I had to put my phone down so that I could go up and accept my gift, but I did get a picture. And then when I sat down, she invited my mom up and I was able to get video of that. So you'll see video of Charlene Truitt-Nelson and my mom receiving both of their gifts. But before we get to that, what is the gift? Okay, the gift comes from Stoneware & Company. And this is a very, very popular company in Louisville, Kentucky. I think it might also be founded and started there, possibly, maybe, I don't know. So let's see what's inside. Stoneware & Company, established 1815, simple, beautiful life. The richness of raw materials, the perfection of a basic form, and the poetry of a hand-applied brushstroke. In our machine-driven age, these natural and simple essences seem to have become a lost art. Since our early beginnings, Stoneware & Company has been dedicated to the craft of transforming clay into enduring, functional stoneware pottery. We believe it is the product of human creativity that sustains us, that feeds our soul, that our lifetime will be measured by the things we create, crafted from the soil and shaped by hand. And we'll leave that, because that's just how to use it and essentially be careful. Ooh, wow, okay. Okay, it goes all the way around. It says Derby City, USA, Louisville, Kentucky, and we'll do a little pan around it. So front, side, back. And looking at it, the jockeys are black, so that's really nice. This is going to go into my collection of mugs that I have received over my time as the International Second Vice President and beyond. But I absolutely love this because it reminds me of a place that I live and just all of the great memories, connections, and people that are there.
I want to do one more thing, if you will permit me. If you could bring those gifts up. We have some very special guests also here. And, ooh, they're good. And we want to make sure that we recognize them. So, you know, we have to, everybody know about Louisville Stoneware? Okay. We want to present this gift to none other than Sorority. Should I say Sorority? Can I say Sorority? I should say Sorority. Miss Charlene Truitt-Nelson, former Great Lakes Regional Director of the Great Lakes. Charlene. The United States, and she landed in Louisville, Kentucky, and became a part of the Lambda Omega Chapter, and became the president. And then she relocated. So, on behalf of our international nominating committee member, I would like to present this to Ms. Rochelle Antoinette Davis McCoy. I want to thank all of our guests.
Like I said earlier, the speaker for the event was Kiana Davis, the Central Regional Director. And if you all remember, in the Central Region, they have an interesting tradition where the newly elected Regional Director serves as the speaker for the Sunday brunch. So if you are running for Regional Director in Central Region, you have to get ready your campaign speech, so your 3-minute speech that you give in front of the entire body, and you think you're gonna win, so obviously you would have a speech for, thank you so much for electing me to serve as your regional director for the confident, charismatic, and charmed Central Region. In my next 4 years, I plan to blah, 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 it's an honor, blah, blah, blah. You got that speech that you also have to prepare because we plan to win over here. And then you also have to plan an entire speech for the Sunday brunch. Like, that's a lot. Like, just coming up with the speech for the you know, the election, and then your thank you everybody speech. And then on top of that, you have to have a speech / sermon for the Sunday brunch. But also she is a PK, a preacher's kid. So she's got it in the bag. She knows what to do. And as usual, she tore it down. She had people gripped. She is an amazing speaker. And essentially what she talked about, I do have some video, but essentially what she talked about was we are in the best of times and the worst of times. We are in the best of times and then listing off all the amazing things that are happening in the world we live in and what Alpha Kappa Alpha has been able to do. $1 million in a day, making $2.5 million in a day on the last one, getting in our sorority sister to be the Vice President of the United States. And just, there are a lot of things to be thankful for. Making it through a pandemic, but also we are in the worst of times. We're living in a pandemic. And then what she did, she listed a bunch of other things. What she did at the end, she brought in that Beyonce. She said, even though we are in the worst of times, you won't break my soul. And then she started listing about slavery did not break our soul. Segregation did not break our soul. Police brutality did not break our soul. And she had everyone standing up going, yes, 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 beautiful. It was good. She was amazing. And it felt very nice being able to hear all of that. It was definitely what I feel like I needed and what many other people needed as well. So here's a little bit of video, some snippets from her speech.
Thousands of Black women into the first and the finest of a myriad of professions and community activism. But however, there is a contradiction inherent in this moment. It is the best of times. And my sisters and my brothers, it is the worst of times. Without question, no period of human history that is preferable to our own has ever existed. To some, no particular period marked by the distinction has been more just or peaceful. There are some who believe that there is no time when there has been a greater justice and opportunity for us. There is no era of utopia for which we have fallen back that is now unattainable. We live in an age of both miracles and wonder, celebration and unrest. We live in an era of significant change, challenge, and opportunity. We are living out what Ethel and Nellie probably could never have imagined in 1908 nor in 1913. From 9 members to over 350.
When the program ended, we had a little bit of mixing, mingling, taking pictures. And for those who were on like committees, VSGs, special invited guests, we went and we had a little champagne toast. And at the champagne toast, I'm just standing there, minding my own business, and someone goes, "Are you the YouTube influencer?" Not me being a YouTube influencer. And that was one of my subscribers, Simply Tony. Thank you very much for just giving me that kind of reaction. That is not one that I have ever experienced before. So it has me going like, I'm kind of famous, just a little famous, but also in a very serious, tone though. Thank you very much for saying that, because it certainly boosts my confidence in what it is that I am doing. And it lets me know people are watching, that people are out there who love and support and want to see more. You know, the people who have millions and millions in followers, millions subscribers, millions in dollars, but I know I'm not like that. Probably never going to be, but just knowing that even with my almost, because at the time of filming this, I have 1,499 subscribers. If you're not subscribed, go ahead, subscribe. Knowing that even with my 1,499 subscribers, I still have some of them calling and labeling me as a YouTube influencer, it makes me go, my community is small, it's growing, but it's tight, it's mighty, and that is just all a YouTube influencer could ever hope for, to build a community and to have high engagement with that community, knowing that, yes, they'll comment, they'll like, they'll share. So thank you very much, Simply Tony, for giving me that confidence boost. And after that, it was the end. We got back on the road. We dropped Charlene Truitt-Nelson off. My mom and I, we drove back here to Cleveland, Ohio. And that was it. It's the end of the day. We have the Super Bowl tomorrow, or as many people are calling it, Rihanna's halftime performance, or as other people call it, funny commercials. So my mom and I are gonna really enjoy that. I don't know why this dress is so itchy up here, but thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.